Well, hey, the Miguron Pagos, I wrote it on the back of the box because they didn't put it anywhere on here, so I did. Interesting. I mean, I had the Miguron Prayer. I had the Miguron, what was that, Centurion? If that's wrong, I'll put what it was down here. It was one before then that I liked really well. The Prayer, maybe not so much, Preyer. But this Pagos is really an interesting knife, design-wise. I like it. And you could get it with the red in the carbon fiber or the blue mixed in the carbon fiber. This is just carbon fiber mixed with carbon fiber, if you know what I mean. So it's all black. Blue, looks like blue titanium anodized hardware here. Titanium pocket clip. Of course, the carbon fiber inset and the scales on the front and the back to give it a balanced look. It's a frame lock. Its lockup is not very heavy, is it? Hold on, let me kick this open again. No, it's not very heavy. It's maybe 15%. That's a little scary. I guess you could move that over. You could take a little material off the end of this lock bar here with like a diamond stone or something, and it'll migrate over further if that bothers you. That doesn't bother me. I treat every knife like it's pretty much not a locking knife. Just because. This one has a nice little drop to it. Okay, it's not a flipper like this. It's a front flipper, although you can reverse flick it because you got ambidextrous thumb studs, and check them out. They're nicely done. The fit and finish on this is pretty good. Nice contoured scales. Back spacer looks good. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff going on here. And let me see, what have we devolved to? Number 6s? Yes, of course. Okay. So, but the Miguron Prayer logo is not perfectly lined up, and I haven't got it lined up correctly. I'll do that on reassembly because we will take this apart. Got kind of a nice little bling there with the gold around the blue pivot screw. It's M390 blade. It's not a very big knife. It's not a very heavy knife. And it's kind of a classy gent carry. And I guess for, let's say $189. Okay, it's not inexpensive, although White Mountain Knives, what's their 10% discount with LTK discount code? So what are you talking about? 18, 19 bucks off. So now you're in the 170, high 160s, whatever range on this. I don't find that unreasonable. 3.45 ounces with about 98 grams. And let's put the tape to it. No, it's not a biggie, but it's not that small. It's 3¼ inch at 85 millimeter blade, and then 7 3/8 at almost 19 centimeters. And I'm good there. Okay, 19 centimeters. And yeah, about ½ inch thick at 12.6 millimeters and 3.1, about 3 millimeter blade at 0.12. So, no, nothing here all that bad. Fairly lightweight, classy looking. I like the design. I like this fuller. I think that added a lot to the design. I like these inserts. I like all this really fine milling here. That adds some texture and some grip as well. Okay, and then breaking this thing away is really easy to disengage. And it drops, and there it goes. So however you want to thumb flick, rear finger flick, you want to front flip it, however you want to do it, you can do it. So there's 3 different opening methods there. And since it does allow you to do these other things, you don't want the detent horribly tough. And this detent It's right. It's where it needs to be. It'll be interesting to see inside. I'll bet they have ceramic bearings, all that kind of thing. So, yeah, ergos are pretty good here. I mean, there's nothing really to get messed up about, except for the handle's not real long because it's not a real big knife, but I can get all my fingers on it. Got this breakaway here. So, it does give you ease of sharpening if you use a sharpening stone, that kind of thing. M390 blade. I think I had the Centurion tested or the Prayer tested, and it was true to form. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's nice and rounded, I mean, it's finished nicely. Really does feel good in the hand. And it's just a handsome looking design. I would like to see this with like a 3.9-inch blade and maybe 8.65 overall length. That would fill the bill for me. Actually, I don't need the front flipper. I could just do this. Or really, as a button lock would be nice too, I mean, I don't have to have a flipper. And really, this one with these thumb studs, this would be great without having to have that front flipper, because you can look at how your design flow goes. It's fine into here, but I mean, this has got to stick out because you got to be able to flip it. And there's jimping rolling around here. So I get that. That's okay. But no blade plate, no lock rock. It's centered up. It looks good. Like I said before, back spacer, obviously right hand tip up only, no left hand. But we'll know more about that when we take this pocket clip off. But it looks like it's machined in there. And this is not, so you can't flip that. And, this fuller is interesting, but it's not exposed enough to really be able to reverse flick. But you can with these ambidextrous thumb studs. So, hey, I like it. And if you can get it for whatever, $189 minus 10%, I don't think that's unreasonable. I mean, anytime I see a knife with M390 and all this, the shred carbon fiber and all this, whether this is shred or marbled, but for, well under $200, I don't think you're getting hurt on that. So it's kind of an unknown brand though, so there's that. But I mean, the first few models have been fine, so and they've been available from a U.S. retailer, so if you get something that's an issue, you can always return it. Yeah, nice. Not like they've got a service center in the U.S. like most of the foreign knife companies. It becomes problematic to get service by sending it off to a USA place to get it serviced. Even We Knives, Civivi, Best Tag, any of those, just a little difficult there. Let's get brutal. Okay, and people keep asking me, where'd you get that driver, that ratchet driver? Ross Dress for Less, I think. My wife was in shopping, and I just wandered around back to that discount section where they actually have a few things for men. And this was just some tools, and this was probably $3, maybe $5, and it had some other bits that you could put in there. But I mean, I get these are T8, this is Weehaw, so Kansas City Tools, and I just buy the bits, okay? So you get a pack of these bits for like $8, 4 or 5 of them, and the same with number 6s, or you can get number 5 through 10 pack for about $9 or $10. So you just use the bits. That way you don't want to buy a full driver, and then the tip wears out and the whole driver's got to be thrown away. And then, of course, if you want to go for the, Weehaw tools, here you go. This has got all the bits stored up in here. So if you want something you can just put in your shirt pocket and you get all these bits, you know, then, and they keep coming out, right? So you got a bunch of different bits here, and there's another one, okay? So you can do that as well and carry that around, and those are the smaller bits. But yeah, I mean, those are also German hardened steel, so that might be an answer as well. Let's get this thing out of here. And of course, we're number 6 on this. I don't see any other body screws, do you? Ooh, so this might be really easy to take apart. I mean, you get all these knives sometimes, they got like 6 or 7 body screws and 2 or 3 pocket clip screws, and you're going, wow, that's a lot of hardware. A lot of hardware. I'm not sure I'm really interested in having. Okay, yeah, they machined this to where you can't go left-hand. Okay. And there's that hardened steel insert, ceramic detamp ball, and of course we've got, come here, buddy, where's my thing? And of course we got, ooh, we took out the stop as well, didn't we? Okay. And then, of course, you got a washer because you got titanium, so you got a steel washer in there. All right. Now, what other problems do we have here? All right, so we got bearings, and they're ceramic, so that's good. And, you know, inside it looks pretty clean. They've got some lube, and it's a little thicker type stuff. It's not real thin. I like the thinner type, but oh well. And then on the other side, we've got, see, we've got this. Okay. See, I didn't see that. So this has got a little machined area across the head of that. Okay. So that should match up here. And then therefore, it should line up the logo. It should line up the logo. Where does the logo line up at? And on the bottom? Oh, so the logo is supposed to be, come on. Okay. So the logo is supposed to be like this. That's how it's supposed to be, which seems a little odd. But I guess in the knife online, it's the same way. But I would think M for Miguron would be like that. But I guess not. Okay, so you learn something every day. Thank God. Well, we got her took apart, and I'm glad I learned about this little milled shelf on here. So now we just set this thing down like this, and you can feel when you get it right into that shelf there, and it goes flush. And we got to put a steel washer in here, and then we can put some bearings. Okay, that's weird. I would have thought the logo should go the other way, but hey, they're telling you. Okay, blade. Oh, we got to put the stop back on here too, by the way. Let's push that in. And we're good. We got to put bearings down, and then we need a washer. And I guess we can either put the washer here, or we can just put the washer on top. Whatever it takes. And then I think we're good. Except for this, I kept looking. All right. Now I think we're good to put this on top. Okay. All right. So you probably won't, if you got that front cap on the pivot down correctly, then this pivot should not spin when you unscrew it. So let's make sure, we got her locked down. Then all we got is this. Okay. which goes, you know, all the way through, by the way, but that's not a lot of hardware. So let's drill down on this. Okay, I mean, the hardware seems pretty solid, pretty easy to get along with. So, okay. Now, yeah, that's centered. Drop's fine. Okay. I think we're in good shape. Miguron Pagos. A good looking, classy gent carry, fairly lightweight, but I mean, you still got plenty of blade here. M390, nice carbon fiber inserts, fit and finish is nice. Fairly unknown brand, but done well, from what I can tell. I'm going to leave you to it. Thank you so much. We do love them knives. Subscribe to my channel if you would, and stay sharp.